All right, y'all. So we are back again. This is Black Summit. I'm Hendrix,
And I'm Brooks.
and we're going to do this. I guess what do you think this is like a year end wrap up thing? You think, or,
Yeah.
or you think
Well,
we hit
this
another
this
one?
is our last podcast
This is the
before
last one for the
the
year.
year. Yeah.
Dang, you going to hibernation?
Oh yeah, I'm about to just hide for a while.
What you gonna do? Or you
I'm gonna
going
turn off my phone.
you going to toke, eat, and drink?
I'm gonna go out into the woods, and I'm.
Ooh, look like you already been there with your hair. Look like you already been there.
Oh, that's racist, man. We need to bring back froze. Froze
Hey,
were the thing back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah,
We need to
yeah.
bring that back. What happened to that?
What happened to
You
fro?
know?
I don't. You know, for a
Yeah.
minute, froze was a thing though. The blowout.
Yeah,
Dudes is
yeah,
rocking a fro. You
yeah,
got.
man.
I think you do. Some people still do that. I guess not as
The
much. Huh?
froze. I think I see a couple of like influencers on TikTok doing it, but you won't see that like
Yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah.
Not a lot. I feel like a lot of people are into braids now.
The
It's like
braids.
braids, dreads,
Yeah,
you
definitely,
know.
definitely the dread
And
movement.
then you got
Definitely the
like,
dreads.
you got the people who are still doing the waves.
Yeah, yeah. Me
And
being
then
one, of course.
are you do you
I'm a
have
waver.
waves?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
know?
You gonna take off your hat? Show the people?
Nah.
He didn't brush his hair. That's what happened.
It's brush underneath this. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm a waver. You're a thrower.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm a thrower for now.
For now, okay, you about to get them twists.
I'm about to get
Them twists.
retwisted.
Damn, that's
So
what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, man. So check it, man. So we gonna run down a few things we want to discuss that's in the media now and things that's on our mind. Our takes, how we feel about certain things. So we got Caitlin Clark, one athlete of the year.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about her. A lot of things we can deal with. Some things in sports, and then a little bit controversial things. But definitely Caitlin Clark, athlete of the year, and the controversy behind that. Then also Travis Hunter, who won the Heisman. Whether
Yeah,
you
we got to talk
feel,
about all
yeah,
that.
yeah, whether you
All the
feel it was
sports.
deserved or wasn't deserved. But the controversy around that relates to his fiance.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're gonna get into that.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And then Mike Vick just became the head coach of what it was, Virginia.
Yeah, one of those teams. I think it
It's
was
is
Norfolk. Norfolk.
it's
Yeah.
HBCU. It's a HBCU. Mike Vick accepts the college football head coaching job. So yeah, we're gonna talk about
It's
that.
Norfolk.
Norfolk State.
Yeah.
That's a HBCU.
I believe. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure it
Which
is.
yeah, we could talk about to
Yeah.
see what you think about
He's
that and
going
some of
the
that. The Dion,
prime.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
prime
Which
route.
me personally, I think is good, but we're gonna get into that, and then
Yeah.
also we're gonna discuss these drones
Oh yeah, that's
and
what
why
people
we
want to hear
haven't
about.
seen them in the South,
They want to hear about these
and what do
aliens.
we know about the
know?
drones? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
man.
the southern people out here, they ain't trying to see us. They know not to fuck with us.
Who
They
who
know we got
who
guns.
the drones?
Yeah.
They getting shot down.
They know they know not to mess with us out here.
They getting shot
We ain't them
down.
boys ain't playing. You got the drones over here. We ain't
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, man.
So
But yeah, those are the things we're gonna touch on, man. But first thing, let's get into this. Let's get into this Caitlin Clark. So real quick from CNN Sports, Caitlin Clark, she won the woman athlete of the year is a woman
yeah,
athlete of the year.
Times Athlete of the
Times Athlete
Year.
of the year. Now the controversy around that, whether you think she deserves the win or not, and I'll get your take on that. But
Okay.
the Mystic, the owner, one of the Mystics, says Sheila Johnson says Caitlin Clark should not have been singled out by Time. Says Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson. So Sheila Johnson, billionaire co-owner of the WNBA franchise Washington Mystics, has criticized Time for its awarding of Athlete of the Year to the Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. So, so it says Johnson, questioned by the publication, couldn't have put the whole WNBA on that cover, given the talent the league possesses. When you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings, added Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, of course, sports franchise, and the NHL's Capitals. So she's part on the two teams. This lady got banked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's
So
an accomplished woman.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah, yeah. So she's part on the NBA Mystics. So this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of players that came in. It's not just Caitlin Clark. It's Angel Reese as well. we have so much talent. You gotta take me down a little bit. So much talent on there. So I kind of get where she coming from. It's not saying that. Oh, you gotta turn me back. Oh, you
No,
got
go
me
ahead.
too
Go ahead.
low. Okay. So it's not that she's saying that. I don't think she's saying that she didn't deserve it, but she's pretty much saying like you singling out one person and you putting so much on her, and then they're starting to say what is like white privilege type of deal or whatever. Then Caitlin Clark said her whole piece about that, which I don't necessarily think is. I don't know. Maybe it may not be white privilege, but Caitlin Clark is very talented. But she's saying that they kind of singling her out, man. So what you think?
Oh my goodness. It's the same stuff that I've been saying from the beginning. These people are jealous that, it is Caitlin Clark. But listen, I mean, facts don't care about your jealousy. All right. They don't care about anything, the way you feel or whatnot. She really was the athlete of the year for women, so and not only this is actually athlete of the year, period. And really for somebody to elevate a league the way she did, I mean, we haven't seen this since Jordan. And that's, the fact that people can't see this and people still argue about this and they feel some type of way about this is just, it's mind boggling. It's like, guys, let's just talk about the facts. When she steps onto the court, more people watch. All right. You can call it whatever you want to call it. To me, it's just the fact that she's a star. When you are a star, people are going to watch. When we're going to talk about the NBA and how they've had problems, and the real reason is they only have had one star for 20 years and people are tired of watching that star. Okay, it's time for somebody else to come in and take over the league. And and Caitlin has really elevated this league, and right now she is the star. And I don't know what this woman's talking about. She wants to say, "Oh, it was all these other players and blah blah blah." All these other players were already around. Okay, Caitlin Clark isn't the first white player that's come into the league. To me, it's just unbelievable the amount of vitriol really that a lot of these women have for Caitlin Clark, because she was the one to elevate the sport. And it really just comes down to when you're a star and you're putting up the numbers and you are jacking shots from the half court line, it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see a player like that. And it's really special to see a player like that. And not only that, let me tell you right now, if Caitlin Clark was kind of just not well to be around, if she was kind of like, standoffish and just not a good person, nobody would really be talking about her because, but she's really nice. She's super humble and she's actually trying to make it work with these people, even though they hate her guts. And, it's just sad to see.
Let me ask you, do you think she's more of a star than Angel Reese?
Oh, yeah, it's not even close.
You think it's not even close?
It's not even close.
So let me read an excerpt
Come
from
on now.
what Johnson said. She said that they would like to get the same kind of recognition, meaning the WNBA players. It all started with the whole Nike sponsorship that Caitlin got. Johnson, as American first black woman billionaire, said. So she's saying that Caitlin apparently got this Nike deal.
That woman's a hater.
Worth like $28 million for so many years. How many years is it?
But here's
$20 million that includes a Nike signature deal for 8 years.
Okay.
But then at the same time now you do have the number one NBA player, which is not Caitlin Clark, which is what's her name? Asia Wilson? Am I saying her name right? From Carolina.
Yeah.
Which she is the number one, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't even have a deal. Now, granted, you can't tell Nike what to do, who they want to sponsor, or any other sneaker franchise for that matter. But truthfully, like I'm not saying it's Caitlin's fault, but truthfully, Asia Wilson should have had a deal coming out the gate, you know what I mean? And now she just now getting the deal, But it just is what it is, at this point. But Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal play, and she did help bring light and more
Exactly.
eyes onto the WNBA. That's for sure is what she did. But
Nobody would be talking about this league.
along with her was other people as well. But actually, I have a theory why it took the league so long to blow up.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna keep it political.
Go ahead.
League been around for how many years now?
I don't know.
Like about a good minute, right?
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Been around for a while. You got to realize in the WNBA, right? I don't think America would not for female athlete. Now it's more acceptive of same sex, relationships, right? My theory is I don't think at the time when the league came out, and you already know that it's going to be a lot of same sex with
Mhm.
female. I don't think America was ready for that at the time. So I think now it's just more accepted.
You could be right. Yeah.
I think it's just more accepted now because you have some females dating other females on the opposite team or married. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think now that it's more accepted now, they're letting people, I guess, to some degree live their lives and do them, I guess what they feel is best for them. That's why I think the league now is sort of taken off to some degree.
Nah, I think it just comes down to the fact that you have a star.
But they always had stars. They always had stars.
But they didn't have anybody that like could do what she's doing. Like in the NFL,
Well, the game changes. It evolves. It's like
yeah.
in the NBA, same way. The people weren't shooting from the midway until Curry started. Some people made not know so much in the game.
Well,
You'd have got sit down, but Curry
no, the
has
NBA
perfected
the
that.
NBA
So
has
it
always had
evolved.
stars
Yes,
until this
yes.
moment now where they're holding on to their old stars. They can't get the new stars to come in and do their thing, which we'll talk about that later. But think about the reason why I keep bringing up the NBA and the WNBA because they're, pretty much the same league. It's just women, right? When the NBA first brought in Jordan and Jordan was doing some of the stuff that he was doing. By the way, Jordan got a deal from Nike back then
Hmm.
that was unprecedented.
Was he
Where
the
he
first Nike deal in the NBA?
exactly. It was one of the biggest deals too. One of the biggest deals. And so the equivalent of these people saying the things that they're saying is equivalent of Magic and Bird going, well, we've been here for forever and nobody's been watching us. And it's like, bro, nobody's going to care at the end of the day. Okay. Because, as great as Magic and Bird were,
Mm-hmm. They
they
had
weren't Jordan.
they had
Jordan was
Converse.
unbelievable. Jordan could fly through the air. Jordan was cool. Jordan was cool with his little hoop earring and the way he would walk. People keep
Well,
talking about
hold
the way that he was like a Jesus or something. The way he would go and just score these points. And that's the thing, man. Caitlin Clark has that same thing. She has that aura. That's becoming a buzzword now. Aura. Caitlin Clark has aura, and that's why she is as big as she is. And people need to stop the cap. People need to stop with this bullshit that they just keep coming up with. Oh my goodness, it's because she's white. It's because she came from this and she did that, and it's like no, she's just a star, and that's what it comes
I
down
mean,
to.
she is a star. But
So
I don't think she's not the only one. They got plenty stars in the WNBA. But
oh
like
yeah,
I do think it's great with that class that Caitlin Clark came out with that help shed light on the
yeah.
WNBA and now
Don't
these
get
women
me
starting
wrong.
to
I
get their
think
just due. So
yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think Angel Reese is another person who does have a little bit of stardom.
a
You
little
know,
bit.
yeah. I mean, listen, I think that she's gonna have to start like scoring more and doing more. I mean, like she did do the double doubles.
Yeah.
She had that record that
Mm-hmm.
came up, so that was good. But I need her to, she needs to be scoring a certain amount of points and, also doing those rebounds and stuff like
Well,
that. So I
yeah.
think if she does that, she could get there,
But you got to
So,
understand, they play two totally different positions.
mhm.
One is set up to score more than the other one. Because you got to realize, even though Angel Reese the way she's set up to be a defensive player also. Caitlin Clark, not so much. She's just strictly offensive. Angel Reese is set up to be both offensive and defensive. Caitlin Clark is solely offense. Not saying she won't play defense, but her game is set up just to play offense. It's two different
I can't
games.
remember on the New York Liberty. There's a woman who is a center, I believe, center or power forward, and she's phenomenal. She scores, she does defense and stuff like that, and I think she was averaging like 25 points a game and a certain amount of rebounds, a double a game. Angel Reese needs to get to that point, like. Caitlin Clark has already exceeded a lot of the people in her position in that, department. So all I'm saying is that Angel Reese needs to up her game and, be at one at the top of her position.
You don't think Caitlin Clark need to up her game, or her game is already
Caitlin
up?
Clark, no, she kept getting better. I mean, I remember at the beginning.
All get better.
I remember at the beginning, everybody was talking about, oh, she's turning the ball over. Oh, she can't score. Oh, she's not making it inside of the WNBA. It's like, yeah, she just played 2 games. Give her a chance. And as you saw, she kept getting better and better and better and better.
But you're right. You're right. But she was turning the ball over, but she kept getting better. But you got to give Angel Reese that same grace you just gave Caitlin Clark.
I just said that.
She's going to get better and better and better.
I said she needs to up her. I think she needs to up her, her points and stuff like that, So, and I think, you are going to see Caitlin Clark eventually be scoring 30 a game and, becoming probably
need to get to that point,
the biggest star. And, the WNBA has an opportunity to be bigger than the NBA, especially with the NBA being the way that they are. And that's what we should talk about next.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Before we get in that, because we got to talk about Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy and all that.
Okay.
Stuff. But real quick, this is a segue from WNBA. Remember when they all came out of college, you think college basketball women's college basketball going to be as big now, being that with Caitlin and Angel Reese them already going? Is it going to be the same phenomenon?
I mean, you got to remember that, what's her name? Paige Beckers, I think her name is.
Paige Beckers.
The woman from UConn. She's still playing.
You got Flaugier.
So I think there's still stars in the college basketball.
Juju Watkins.
Yeah, Juju Watkins. So those guys are still out there. So
you say it's still going to be critically acclaimed.
It's not going to be the same as Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's a once in a generation type of a talent. That's what people don't understand, man. It's just like it's a once in a generation, and the fact that the WNBA is messing up their moment. This is their moment. They can be bigger than the NBA right now, but they're messing around, fighting with each other instead of embracing a once in a lifetime, talent. That's what Caitlin Clark is. She's a once in a lifetime talent. Embrace her.
To be honest with you,
set her up for success. Show her that you appreciate it.
I won't take nothing. Caitlin Clark is definitely she's definitely a talent. She's definitely a one of one. But I think if they never made Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final, if they never got that far, I don't think people wouldn't be talking about Caitlin Clark.
No, they still would, man. Again, when you have the spectacle, when you can pull up from the half court and make it. When you can go and you can look somebody in their eye, talk trash the way Jordan did, talk trash and then back the trash up.
I don't think
that's what makes you great.
You know why? Think about it. You really didn't hear about Iowa not until with Caitlin Clark, maybe her junior year, and then she stayed one more year, senior year, then she left. Well, you didn't hear about her freshman year. You didn't hear about her sophomore year. You didn't hear nothing about her. You didn't hear anything. I didn't either. You know what I'm saying? And for someone who is a novice, who I just started really watching women's college, I mean, I watched a few games, but actually started paying attention to it. You probably watched more than I did. But you didn't hear nothing about her freshman year, sophomore year. So I honestly, I think that if they didn't make Sweet 16, at least get as far as they far as they got,
the reason
on her talent, I don't think we would have really heard about it.
The reason why a lot of these women players don't get their shine is because they'll go out and they'll score 30 in one game. And then it's like, oh, wow, she scored 30. And then the next game, they didn't score as much as points. They might score like 20, maybe
But it's
maybe
still
15.
good. That's still pretty good.
But Caitlin Clark did it consistently. It was like, dang, she hit 6 threes in a row in this game. And then oh man, she hit 10 in that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, she hit, there was a consistency that led to this moment. And the fact that she can stay consistent and do those things that she can do, that's what makes her one of the best. Anyways, we got to move
Yeah,
on.
let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So anyway, Travis Hunter, who has won the Heisman.
Yeah.
You think he deserved a Heisman?
Yeah. Anybody who's watched the games this
Yeah.
year knows that he should have got that Heisman.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's a lot of plays that people don't talk about, that you don't really see on social media and all that stuff that Travis Hunter would do in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was watching the Texas Tech game, and at the beginning of the game, there was a fumble that was never called a fumble. That Travis Hunter had hit the guy, and the guy fumbled at the goal line, but they let it go. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's a touchdown."
Yeah.
They never reviewed it. So there's a bunch of like little plays like that. But he showed up in the clutch moments to help them win some of these games. And so, like, anybody who really watched it knows that, like, this is, again, once in a lifetime generational talent, to be able to play two positions, to be able to go out and play cornerback. People who know football know that is not some easy thing that you can do. And then turn around and go and play wide receiver. And then, for him to get 14 touchdowns as a wide receiver, and then, 4 interceptions and like over 1,000 yards receiving, it's like, bro, like, what are we talking about? This guy definitely deserves the Heisman Trophy. Once in a lifetime generational talent. Go ahead.
He's definitely a one of one.
Yeah.
I don't really know of too many college players who plays offense and defense, plays both sides of the ball like that. They mainly focus on one particular craft, and but yeah, definitely well deserved. He's a tremendous talent, and my thing is for them to, remember he got injured when they played, was at Florida State, I believe. I'm sorry, not Florida, Colorado State, right? Was it Colorado State?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, he got injured and was gone for the rest of the year,
right?
And came back even stronger.
Yeah.
And dominate. Even though people say that they're not really playing, nobody. But hey, it's not their fault. You play who's on your roster, who's in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Big 12 football is good football. I don't know
it is good football. Very good football.
That's that elitist talk. These SEC people.
Yeah, but
the
but
SEC ain't real either. So let's stop the cap. There's a bunch of sorry teams in the SEC. Nobody wants to talk about them, like Kentucky. Anyways, go ahead.
and Florida State. I don't know what happened to Florida State. Oh. But anyway, but yeah. So like when they played. And they were dominating, and luckily that Oregon is not in the, what is it? What are you, Big 12? Was it Big 10?
I think it's Big 10.
Big 10. Oregon is not in the Big 10 anymore. I think Oregon went to the ACC, I believe.
No, they're in the Big 10 now.
Oh, they were.
Oregon used to be Pac-12.
Pac-12. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, they used to be Pac-12.
Used to be Pac-12. Now they're Big 10. Yeah, but they don't have to play Oregon. And boy, when they played Oregon. You saw how big those dudes was compared to Deion. One thing, those dudes good, but they small. Them some small dudes, but they got heart. They got heart. And I'm truly a fan. I'm definitely a fan. But
do you think he deserved to get the Heisman?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because a lot of people were talking about Ashton Genty. I mean, he got over 2,000 yards rushing. Now, you could talk about that conference. That conference really doesn't have anybody because I think it's the American something conference. And so, I mean, like, he wasn't really playing against anybody to me, but,
But the biggest thing surrounding,
you want
to talk about,
I'm going to defend your girl.
Hunter is his girlfriend. He's defending his girlfriend.
I'm a defender too.
So, and social media, saying that initially they did a video, did you see the video where she said that Travis Hunter wasn't her type. And she kind of left him on red for almost like 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes I kind of get that. Sometimes some people may not be your type at first or whatever. And then all of a sudden, they kind of grow on you like a fungus. But, sometimes, and then also the other side of the coin is people saying like, yo, dude, be careful, man, because you
She a
everybody
gold.
type when you
I ain't
when,
saying
when
she
you
a
when you
gold
making
digger.
money. When you got potential to make money, right? So so people was coming at Travis. So I got a clip I'm gonna play where Travis actually defended his girlfriend. So hold up, let me read it real quick. A Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter comes to his fiancee Leanna Lena's
I know.
defense as she faces escalating backlash for her recent behavior when making public appearances. In his emotional statement, Hunter states that Leni, oh, if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, forgive me, has indeed taken this criticism deep inside. Most of her days goes in crying, and she resorted to consuming alcohol to kill the barrage of hate online. So this stems from one, which she was saying that he wasn't her type, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then two, they were saying that when he was taking pictures, and supposedly they were saying that she was sitting on the couch with an attitude like, "What do I have to do? Sit down, watch you taking pictures all day." And then also three, when he won the Heisman, they was Dion had to tap her and say, "Hey, stand up," and embrace your boy. But she addresses that also. But I want to play this clip real quick of Travis Hunter. He defends his girlfriend.
You ain't never had no girl, so why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. When we was sitting down and I was at my public shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there, and that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. Some of them want to go back to the hotel. Some of them didn't. Y'all trying to make everything. Y'all want everything for clicks. Like, stop that. That's crazy. Like, y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other. Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting.
So yeah, so what you think, man? You think she down for him or she see dollar signs?
I could see where everybody's coming from, but
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just a classic, social media, man. I mean, like, some of these videos can be taken out of context, and out of context, it can look like in the clip
Mm-hmm.
that she's trying to spite him or say something to him. But, like, things just happen, you don't really know the whole story of why she might be looking mad or what might be happening, in the moment. But also, like, when their camera's on you 24/7, you ain't gonna look your best every single moment. You ain't gonna, everything ain't gonna be looking jolly, jolly and happy, happy, and we good. Yeah, everything's good. So, I mean, I just think that, like, with social media and the fact that they have cameras on them all the time, it's just like, everything can be misconstrued. So. I mean, I really don't think that this is a real story, but I understand where people are coming from. People are like, "Yo, watch out!" Like, she could be a gold digger or whatever. But like, at the same time, we don't really know people's relationships, even though they say, Go ahead.
Let me ask you this:
Okay.
what if Travis Hunter was your son?
Uh-huh.
What would you tell him?
I wouldn't tell. Listen, I mean, like, if you
You wouldn't tell him
you
nothing?
look at the clip, let's take one of these clips and let's break them down. If you look at the clip when he won the Heisman, she, right when it was happening, almost started to get up. You could kind of see her, like, do this, but she, like, told herself to sit back down. And then, Prime kind of went over to her and was like, "Hey,
You tap her.
yeah, like, oh yeah, it's okay to get up."
She explained it.
And so, like, if you look at those clips, it's like, yeah, you could misconstrue that and say, "Oh, she never got up for him. She's not supporting him," and all this other stuff. But it's like, bro, if you just analyze these clips a little bit more, you can see what's really going on. I feel like I'm on their side. I think people are just trying to interject because people are just miserable, man. I think they just really hate to see people, have their own relationships and stuff like that. So I think people need to leave them alone. They're kids. Both of them are like, what, 20, 21? I mean, like, come on.
What do you think about with her saying that, he wasn't her type, and 2 months she never responded to him? What do you think about that?
Well, I think most guys go for girls out of their league.
Oh, you think she was out of his league?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think she is.
Obviously,
she's not. But I mean, like, you go for girls who don't really. Most people.
Is she in his league?
Let's not even say men and women, right? Most people. I mean, let's say men and women.
I'm about to say, what are we talking about? Trees and plants?
Let's talk about the whole picture. Most people like people who don't really like them back. Okay? And so, like, if you're really trying to get down to some truth here, most people like people who they don't like are a little bit out of their league.
And I got a rebuttal for that.
And they try to go after those people. And so, sometimes, you don't always get what you want, right?
Got you.
So, but
I got a rebuttal.
Go ahead.
No, that's true. Most people, like you said, they go after people that they out of their league, or which I don't even like
or people that don't even like them. That's why
I'm gonna just say
that's why there's words like crushes.
I don't want to say out of your league, because then it means I don't believe nobody should be on the pedestal.
No, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
When you have
regardless
a crush,
of how you look or what's your station in life, right?
So let's say if you're a 6 and you're trying to go for a 10.
Let's say
not that this girl. I don't think she's a 10.
Let's
but
say,
go ahead.
Right, what you said that you like somebody that don't like you back, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Most people, but this is the thing that does happen. But majority of those people who like that person like them back, most of them don't pull them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm sure there's been women that you had like, or man, I don't know what your preference.
This guy.
But there have been women that you had like, right?
Okay.
And then you might feel that, okay, let's just say that they didn't like you back. You didn't always pull them. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Now, me myself included, there have been females I've liked that didn't like me back, right? I didn't pull none of them. So what I'm saying is, with his situation, do you think that, okay, you know what?
The reason why he pulled her is because he's a football player.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you
that. Good prospects.
So
what you're trying to say.
I'm asking you, do you think that's the reason?
I don't know. I think, there's a lot of relationships. If you go ask people, they'll be like, oh, yeah, she was definitely like super hot and I didn't think she would ever go with me. But, I persisted, and now we're together, and we've been together for all this time.
Yeah.
That you hear about stories about like stuff like that all the time.
You do.
Whether it be men or women. There's some women who are like, yo, I just shot my shot, know?
Yeah.
And like, so, you hear people talk about all the time in their relationships how lucky they feel to be with that person that they're with.
Yep.
And so I think a lot of people just need to like chill out. Leave these kids alone. They're younger.
Hey.
They're trying to figure this stuff out. I think it's kind of weird that like older people are into younger people's business. Okay, you don't even know these people.
I still got to debug that too.
Go ahead.
You're 100% right. I agree with you. There's a man, I'm so lucky. I never thought I would pull her. But how many of these people got potential to make millions in the NFL? You know what I'm saying?
He does now.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
But wait a minute. They've been together for 5 years. Mm-hmm. He said, we've been together for 5 years.
Yep.
So now he has the potential to go to the NFL. But back then,
I think he always had potential to go to the NFL. The dude,
well, I mean, he was the number one corner. He
always had potential to go to the NFL. Everybody knows.
But if they've been together since high school,
is going to the NFL.
They've been together since high school.
And they go to the same college.
The same high school.
I
don't know if she goes. I don't know if she goes to Colorado. I would think most likely.
But dude, even when you in high school, if you a star, people know you're going to be a star.
Okay, but
it doesn't matter.
Here you're contradicting yourself there.
Listen. No, I'm not.
Okay.
With social media,
for example,
was
he a star?
Let me give you an example.
I wonder, because by that logic, and I'm gonna let you do your example.
Go ahead.
By that logic, when he was a star when he was in high school, and he goes and asks her out, but she didn't talk to him for 2 months. He was already a star back then, right?
Possibly, could be.
So
Possibly.
I mean, like,
Possibly.
to me, it just kind of knocks that out. But go ahead with your
No,
analogy.
but what I'm saying, regardless, dude, think about it.
All right.
Same deal, right? Let's say you were high school, you look more like a linebacker because you know you got you were the big back.
Watch
brigade.
out! I'm a fullback.
You're a fullback. Okay, you're a fullback.
Give me the ball at the goal line.
People know you're a decent player and you're getting better and better and better. Even if you might not want to be where you are, but people know you. They're talking about you.
Yeah.
We already know you going to college, a full ride. You got that potential.
Okay.
And she kind of leave you on red for a while. But after a while, okay, now let's say if y'all do conversate by getting to know you. Now let's say just because 2 months she don't reply to you, whatever, then y'all end up starting a rapport of conversation. I don't know, you may bump into her on the campus or y'all might go someplace. And this sense of now I'm getting to know Brooks. Damn, Brooks is a fullback. And me knowing other people who know Brooks, this dude got potential. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not saying that is the case, but at the same time, it could be the case. You don't know. It's a double-edged sword. You just don't know.
Has any girl in history gotten with a guy because he was a loser?
You?
No, but I'm being serious. Has any girl ever gotten with a guy because he was a loser? No. All right, you had to have something going for you.
So you said that is why she get with him. So you say
no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
That's what you're saying.
I'm just.
Did he not just say that?
No, I didn't say that.
You said
all I'm saying is that
he's not a loser.
All I'm saying is that most women get with you because they feel like you have something.
That's
going
true.
on.
That's true.
So I mean, like, let's be honest. Let's not act stupid.
But dude, this is the thing. When they do get with you, right? They like you.
Okay.
They want to be with you, right? Regardless if you feeling them more than you did. And I even heard some females say, I mean, he's not the type of guy I normally would go for, but he was attractive. He was attractive. Now, granted, they said, well, would you approach him on your own? No, because, I probably wanted someone a little bit more tall, a little bigger, whatever. But he is attractive, so he was attractive, right? So then eventually I got to know him, and he's not bad on the eyes or whatever. But versus they saying, no, you weren't my type at all. And I understand that. I'm not everybody's type. Not everybody's my type. I'm sure you probably like everybody.
And Travis is kind of a little guy. I mean, he's kind of skinny. That guy's,
You know what's funny? I heard somebody say on social media, tell me that boy got a face only a mother could love. I was like, oh, why y'all do Travis like that, man? Why y'all do? Maybe he got the grown to his looks. I don't know. Yeah, people hate. Yeah. But you all right, though. Women look for security, right? They look for security, right? And I'm pretty sure he got, his Uncle Dion right there, and he probably schooled him and this and that and whatnot. One thing I got to say is, I don't know. She could really like my man, but at the same time, it could be like, yo, in this climate, men, when you come into a large sum of money, you always got to be careful. So one thing I would say to him, if he was my son, I would say, because it's one thing when you in love, you got rose-tinted glasses on, no matter what anybody says to you. So you're going to have to go through these things for yourself. That's life. You got to go through these things for yourself. So by people saying this and that, all I could do is, maybe push them two further together. And if it works out, God bless the union, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, I would say my son, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? And not just her, any woman. Prenup. Prenup.
So you
if
think
she don't want to sign a prenup, then you already know. Leave it alone.
You think they should get a prenup?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely prenup. I'm pretty sure Dion would tell him the same thing. Look who the hell he went through with his ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? And Dion's a good dude. Mm-hmm. You probably knowing you, because you don't believe in prenups. Go ahead on and head first. She loves you, boy. I know you. You dive right on. You tell your son to dive right on.
No, I mean,
it's just money.
I think it's.
What it matter? You make it back.
I think that if you really have the right intentions and if you have something at the center of your relationship, people might call that God. People might call that whatever. Mm-hmm. You don't really have to worry about those things. That's how I feel about it. But listen.
Yeah, in a perfect world.
Am I going to? Because I feel like a lot of people are just like, yeah, we're just getting married, and like they don't really have anything at the center of it.
True. You should.
And so That's just how I feel about
Dude,
it.
no,
But that's just me.
you are 100% right.
Yeah.
You meaning you want to have that core foundation.
Exactly.
No, and I 100% agree with you. But end of the day, as time go on, as you become complacent with one another, and you start taking each other for granted, and then when you decide to separate, and let's say you worth but 25 million, you really think she gonna want something? She could say, "Look here, I know you made some million, but you ain't made all. You know, I
Yeah.
was here." And granted, is she entitled to something? I would say so. I would say she should be entitled to something. Most women won't have. If that works out, some men ain't like Bob Johnson. They ain't even billionaires no more because their wife took so much money. Now, granted, them dudes might have messed up. I don't know the situation, whatever the case may be, but I would have a prenup in place, right? So if I do wrong, regardless, if I'm worth 20 million. I do wrong by my wife and she don't want to be with me anymore. I would still say, okay, I'll probably give her like $5 million, something like that. If I do wrong, hey, $5 million. You do wrong, I don't know where you gonna get. You might not get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a foundation. But when people part ways, they trying to see how much money they can get. I'm telling you, man. I know plenty of people who want to divorce.
I know.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I know what it's like.
That's what it's about.
I mean, I've heard about it. I don't know what it's like, but I heard about it.
You heard about it. Yeah. You heard about it. But you know, that's what it is.
Kevin Costner went through that.
Oh, really?
Well, I think like his first wife like took a bunch of the money. So like his second wife, he made her do a prenup, and even though he's worth like millions of dollars, she only got like maybe $1 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a couple million, something like that.
You got to protect yourself, man, because people change. You don't know.
For sure. Don't know, man. For sure.
You have to protect your assets.
Yeah.
You have to protect yourself. And honestly, that goes for women as well. If she was worth Travis Hunter,
a certain amount of money,
already worth millions of dollars, and he coming in millions, I would tell her the same thing. You would do a prenup. Yeah. You know, even though he, it's potential, but still, you don't want it to become community property. If you guys didn't acquire it during the marriage, then all of a sudden, if you arguing, it becomes community property, and the judge says, I'm gonna decide how y'all gonna divvy this up. So.
Yeah, I just think that people need to get up out their business, leave them alone. Social media, just saying stuff, just to say stuff. And like Travis said, most of these people ain't even in a relationship. They ain't even got a girlfriend. They out here saying things. It's like, bro, chill. Yeah, like that's just how I feel.
So that's your 2 cents on it. So my 2 cents on it is, and then we can move on to Michael Vick. But my 2 cents on it is, I understand what you're saying. People need to leave them alone and let them do their thing. And it is what it is. But that's what social media does. Social media is very opinionated. Yeah. I'm pretty sure some people can have some comments about what we got to say in this podcast. But at the end of the day, if it is genuine, hey,
rock and roll.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? May the Most High bless their union. But if it's not, what's that saying? Oh, you gonna learn. You gonna learn. And life is the best teacher. You gonna learn. So, sometimes people got to go through some things, but hopefully it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yep. So, but anyway, so moving on. So Michael Vick, former NFL star Michael Vick, accepts college football head coaching job. So Michael Vick is reportedly going to be a college football head coach, even though he never coached before. But I think this still is a good look. So former NFL star quarterback will take over as head coach of Norfolk State's football program, according to the Virginia Pilot. Vick told the outlet Monday he was having conversation about potentially taking over the program. So Vick says, I know how to lead. I know what it takes. He told the newspaper Vick has also been linked to another college head coach opening at Sacramento State, which I didn't know about that, according to ESPN. So what do you think about Vick taking over this college, being a head coach?
I think it's great to see. I think that we have to acknowledge that Coach Prime kind of laid the groundwork of like how you do it and how do you get in as a coach. And I want to see Mike Vick do well, and I want to see him. I've always been a fan of him. I remember when he was at Vatech, so like, I've always been a fan of his, and, he was really like a pioneer for the running quarterbacks. I mean, without the ground that he laid, I feel like, people like Lamar wouldn't be where they're at, today, and there were people before Vick as well, but
Yeah.
he was really like big back in the day. So I'm happy to see him get to this moment in his career where he can go out and lead men and do his thing, and so I'm hoping for the best for him.
Yeah. Also, to reiterate, which people, but this is new news, old news, but people didn't really talk about. But Eddie George, he's head coach of Tennessee,
Oh, okay.
Tennessee State, actually,
Got you.
State Tigers. So he's been doing it too, but he hasn't been getting as much the critical acclaim as Deion Sanders been getting.
Hmm.
Deion had all the celebrities coming out and everything. Matter of fact, I just ordered a Colorado Buffalo hoodie, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Welcome.
Deion is my Deion is actually my favorite player in NFL. Really, Deion is my favorite player, especially when he came to the 49ers franchise. But I love Deion even when he was at the Falcons, man. Just how he played the game.
Did you
And
love him when he was at the
clean.
Cowboys? That's the
I
question.
just like Deion. I didn't like the Cowboys.
I know you got a Cowboys jersey with Deion.
No, hell no. Hell no. That right then when Deion made me cry. But I was still happy for him. He got 2 rings back to back, one with us,
Yeah.
then turned around and got one with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think this is a good look for HBCUs, man, because one of the biggest things is HBCUs being underfunded. The alumni are not. I don't know if the alumni are. I don't want to say they are not giving back as much as they should or whatever. But also, the government hasn't been giving HBCUs as much money. But the Biden and Harris administration, they gave back the most, regardless of whatever Trump says. But they did something, but it still needs to be an ongoing thing for these HBCUs. So hopefully with that, more, because NFL is 75% black. So hopefully more of these other former NFL players would come and coach these HBCUs, and you can get the kids, you know what I'm saying, to go
Yeah.
and then they can get the airtime on TV, so these schools can make more money. Then they don't have to necessarily, schools can be funded better. So, and I think this may have the same effect that Prime has, especially if they winning.
Yeah, if they're winning,
Oh,
that's
man.
that's the big
That's the biggest thing.
differentiator.
Yeah, if they
It's
win.
like you got to come out, you got to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think not everybody can be as loud as Dion, but you need to have some presence.
Yeah.
People underestimate
And
the
Dion
personality.
isn't even that loud though, but he does
Yeah.
have a presence. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's loud. Come
you think
on.
so?
Yeah.
No, Dion
is
not.
loud. Yeah,
Nah,
stop
nah.
it.
When he played,
Bro,
when he was prime time, his nickname before that was Neon Dion.
Okay.
He was very loud then, but now he's not as
He's
loud.
still
but
loud.
He does have a presence. I don't think
Hendrix,
Dion's
he's
that
still
loud.
loud. What do you mean?
I don't think Dion is that loud.
Anyways, I think you got to be you got to have a presence, in order to recruit well and to get people in. And so, hopefully, he kind of, Vic stays, where he is. But, I want to see him progress and stuff. But, I want to see the HBCUs and some of those, teams from that league, kind of rise as well.
Develop. Yeah.
So, develop.
Definitely.
So, that was one thing that Coach Prime was able to do. He was able to develop, Jackson State.
Yeah.
And, completely changed their whole entire organization. And they just won another championship.
Yeah, and that's good for them.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah, I think this is, like I said, I think this is because it starts with us taking care of our own, because nobody else ain't gonna do it. The government ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
They give them the minimal amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
which is across the board, man. Even with contracts for minorities or blacks or what have you, they always get the smallest percentage of the contracts. And it's no secret. You can look it up if you don't believe me. But I think this is a good look. It'll do good for the recruitment. It'll bring more recognition and more aware to the school. But like you said, they start winning. But now coming out the gate, I necessarily don't expect that, because the ball club has to get acclimated, and they get under his system. And I'm sure he probably going to, and if they already got a staff in place, who knows? He may some other NFL players may join him, like how Warren Sapp and Terrell Owens came down to Colorado. So that I think that'll be a good look as well.
Coach Prime's got the support.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so,
exactly. He definitely got the support, even
yeah.
like from the celebrities, rappers, everybody come through for Coach Prime, man.
Yeah.
And then who knows, man? I'll be rocking a Virginia, a Norfolk. I'm be
Yeah.
rocking a Norfolk hoodie too. You know, what division are they in? You know?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I even heard of the school before. Of course, I heard of Hampton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Hampton don't even have a football team,
Right.
do they?
I don't
Not
know.
that I know,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know
But
anything about that.
yes, I didn't really know too much about
All I
that
know is I'm
football.
ready for the college football playoff.
You are?
Yeah.
Man, dude, real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Carolina got snubbed, man.
You think so?
Yes. They only allowed 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
they
SMU, I mean, Carolina over SMU? I don't know about that.
But you think Carolina should win over Clemson?
Yeah, because they beat them.
That's what I'm saying. At least that.
But, you know, Clemson won their ACC championship, so that's why they got in. So I think that was okay.
Yeah,
but
I think Carolina got snubbed.
I think a lot of people, it's kind of a toss-up, but I think Oregon's going to win the college football playoff. But
yeah, Oregon's a beast, man.
Yeah.
You know Oregon. You know outside of just football. You know a school is a beast when they got their own sneaker. They literally make Jordans specifically for Oregon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oregon.
Well, they just got that money. You know, I mean, you got that Nike money.
But they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, of course.
What's that billionaire that funds all that? Nike's CEO. I can't think of his name.
Phil Knight.
Yeah, Phil Knight. So like,
that's
yeah,
right. So it makes sense.
So
that's the headquarters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the headquarters. But dude, even Duke had Nike contract too. Mike Krzyzewski, they paid Mike Krzyzewski so many millions for having his players play at Nike.
Yeah.
So
this has become a
and of course NC.
It's become a sports podcast here.
Yeah, I know. We love sports, man.
Real quick, Bill Belichick. What did you think of him doing? What he's doing?
With his girl?
He came to the no. That's a whole nother thing.
With his girlfriend. Shit, he doing
24
all right.
years old.
He doing all right by me. You know what I'm saying?
Is he doing all right by you?
He doing all right. Hey, as long as he don't have a heart attack, you think he popping?
Keep your daughter away from him.
Think he popping them pills? He got to be popping them pills,
He
right?
probably is. Yeah. What is he? 72?
With that beer gut, that big beer gut he got. Yeah, he definitely popping them pills.
But yeah. Anyways.
Oh, you talking about as far as Bill Belichick?
Yeah, real quick because we need to move on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just what you thought about him going to UNC college football.
College football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think it's good, man. Listen, he loves the game. You know that's his whole life. Dallas. I think they ought to have been better off if they were talking about signing Bill Belichick. I think you guys probably been a little bit better. But no NFL team picked them up, so go to college. Look at Harbaugh. Harbaugh got fed up with the NFL. He went to Michigan. They won championship. Yeah. And then now they always want him back in NFL. Then now Woody's back with the Chargers now.
Yeah, he's with the Chargers.
So yeah. I mean, what you think?
I think it'll be interesting. I think he's just trying to make up for his legacy now because he hasn't been good since Brady left. So I think he's just trying to show that he's still a good coach, even though he doesn't really have to show anybody anything. Nah, he's already won the championship, so nobody can take that away from him.
Yeah, they say Belichick don't really give you really no praise. Even if you throw for like 6 or 7 touchdowns, he had an all right game.
What do you think of the NBA? So let's pivot just a second because we need to move on from these sports topics.
I haven't really watched much.
The NBA, yeah, exactly. The NBA ratings have been down 28% this year, and actually 48% since 2012. What do you think of those numbers? I mean, a lot of people aren't really watching. A lot of people are saying that the NBA has gone woke. A lot of people are blaming it on load management. People are blaming it on the three-pointers. What do you think?
I think it's a conglomerate of everything. I don't know as far as the woke stuff. The three-point shooting. The game is not what I'm used to. The load management type stuff. Even though Popovich started that started way in the early 2000s. I don't know why. They do it with the star players, announcing when players just take it upon themselves and not even play. And I get it if it's an exhibition game, but even with an exhibition game, like one time I paid to see the Bulls because down here we have no professional team. So the Bulls came through because they used to practice at no they came down here for exhibition game. I'm sorry, that was the Heat that they used to practice down at the College of Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the Bulls came through exhibition game, and they had all the players, but Jordan didn't even play. Jordan didn't even show up. And that's the main reason why I'm a big Jordan fan. Is the main reason why people wanted to see that. But at the same time, that's just an exhibition. So, but I think it's a glum of everything, man. I mean, 3-point shooting is nice, but am I a fan of just constant 3-point shooting? Honestly, no. Because I've seen where you lose games just sticking to 3-point shooting when the shot's not dropping. And I've seen people come back and win games with just doing that. I say leave that to the 2 guards and the 1 guards mainly to shoot if you go shoot a 3, but not everybody shooting threes. Not even there's not even really a center anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a dang on a 2 guard now. It seems like a 2 guard or a small forward. I can't even call him a power forward. You know what I mean? So
what's the fix? How do we fix it?
they need to go back to I think they need to go back to the old school way of playing ball.
Well, so what does that mean? More physical?
Yeah, more physical, a little bit less calls.
Okay.
You know, you have the big man down low. You
Yeah.
know, definitely on offense, not just only on defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Joel Embiid, he only go down low on defense. On the offense, he's top of the key up there with the damn 2 guards and stuff. I just don't understand that. I said, dude, the way y'all play, y'all never win.
Yeah.
They can't feed you the rock down low. No big as you are, you need to be down low trying to get some rebounds or something like that.
Yeah.
That's why you miss the Dennis Rodmans and stuff like that. Only people who really play their key role that don't even really score is PJ Tucker and Patrick Beverly. You know what I'm saying? They just there for disruptors, getting rebounds, dishing off the rock and stuff. Even though I'm sure they can score, but everybody is a damn guard now. Everybody is a guard. I don't even know what position LeBron plays, and you love LeBron, don't you?
No, I'm not a fan of LeBron. Yeah, I think, I think some of those things would work. I think the main reason why the NBA has fallen is because the NBA has lost, what it was about. And, I can't keep up anymore with how many players are on different teams. I mean, James Harden was on the Rockets the last time I really paid attention.
Damn.
And now he's been on like 6 different teams
Who's
since
he play
then.
for now?
It's like, bro, I don't even know. I can't even tell you. That's my whole point. Is like that was going on. The load management, these players sitting down. By the way, what an elitist attitude to have. Okay. Oh, I don't feel like going into work today. So you know what? I'm just going to sit on the bench and not do anything. That is such an elitist attitude. And that's really another reason why the NBA has kind of fallen is because, when people save up their money to go watch you play basketball, I mean, we're talking about, especially if you have a family, you have kids, you're talking about months and months of work that you had to go spend on this game. And, it's the Lakers versus Golden State, and none of the stars are playing. LeBron decides, I'm going to take 8 days off. And, some of the, Steph Curry doesn't play and all. Like, when people see that, I mean, like, people will lose interest. And that's what's going on. It's like, I can't even go and sit down and watch a Friday night game because I know none of the players are going to be playing. So why even turn the TV on? You're going to lose your audience because of, an elitist attitude. And that's really what it is. I mean, I hate to be that guy that comes in here and tries to act like it's politics, but it really is though.
So you saying you wouldn't pay to go see a game?
Never.
I will never
pay to see an NBA game until they fix the problem of load management and they stop this stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. I can sit out because I don't feel like, how many people go to work every single day when they don't feel like going to work and have to go out and work, and you're going to sit down and not do anything? I mean, like, come on, man.
I would still
That's
pay to go
unbelievable.
to a game.
I mean,
I would still go.
I'm not only that, the NBA has become so soft. They're the softest league in history, man.
They cry.
I mean,
too
these
much.
people, not only are they like anybody touches them, oh, I'm hurt. Oh my God, my leg, my arm, it's like, bro, please, and these officials and all the calls that they're doing, they've lost the physicality of the game. And really, I think a fix, something that would be good for the NBA to do is they really need to put a limit on the 3-point shot. They need to say, listen, you can only shoot 23s a game. Okay,
Oh my God.
and I'm being dead serious. You got to get
Go ahead,
creative
go.
with this shit. You cannot have these players coming out jacking up threes every second. Now, if you tell them that you only get 23s a game, oh yeah, you're gonna see the big guys go down low again.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
you're gonna see people going, oh shoot, maybe. Oh well, let's make sure that the person who's shooting the threes is actually the person who has a good percentage from the 3-point shot.
Not
You know,
everybody just
not
shooting
everybody,
threes.
not these fucking centers coming out here shooting threes.
God,
It's
my
like, bro,
God.
go sit down. You're shooting 27% from the 3-point shot.
And you're
Like,
shooting
bro,
threes.
you do not need to be shooting threes.
That shit is crazy. You would
It's
never
like-
see Shaq doing no shit like that.
Exactly.
Or Olajuwon doing that back in the day. I'm
Exactly.
like,
We
God,
have to
the
put a
hell is this,
limit on
man?
the 3-point shots, and we got to get the officials at the game. Y'all cannot come in here and be calling a foul every 2 seconds. Y'all need to be chilling, okay? Just because I put my hand on you does not mean that that's a foul. All right?
shit
We
is
need to
crazy.
get back to the old school. Yo, we going to really play for show, all right? And we need to also make these players, if you miss a game, that's $1 million right there.
Damn, $1 million?
I mean, it needs to hit them though.
I mean, a fine.
It
I
needs
can
to
see
hit
that,
them though.
But damn,
But
$1 million?
hey, if you have to make it hit, okay, let's say maybe like 500,000.
Damn, that's still steep.
But guess what? That's gonna make them go, oh shit, I can't miss no game.
I can say like maybe 80,000.
Nah, they ain't gonna do shit though.
You don't think so? I think
Oh, yeah,
so.
people-
80,000?
Look, listen, some of these players are making like a couple hundred. I mean, like
100,000. At least 100. At least
they're making a couple
100,000.
hundred a week.
Yeah, I know, but at least
You got to make that
100,000.
shit sting. You got to make
take
it go, oh
100,000.
shoot. By the way, a couple of paychecks for them, right? Is the same couple of paychecks that these people who work really, really hard to go watch them,
Yeah, yeah.
you got to hit them where it hurts, man.
Hit
And
them in
it
the
hits
pocket,
them in
right?
the pocket. All right. Now,
yeah.
it has to be proportionate to certain players, right? Okay. So, like a player who's making $1 million, you can't do that to him, right? But like, if you're talking about like a LeBron who's making like, I don't know how much LeBron makes now.
Well, your boy from Tatum. Tatum got that big ass Tatum and Brown.
Yeah,
Them
exactly.
boys got them
These
big ass
contracts.
But them boys, they play though.
I know, but you got to hit them where it hurts, man. Like some of these players, they really, they have to. You have to play. You cannot be sitting down unless you have a major injury. And we need to have official people from the NBA looking at these injuries, because some of these injuries are like fake injuries. It's like, oh, my wrist is kind of hurting me today. I mean, like, guys, what? Did you see LeBron? LeBron just took 8 days off.
For what?
And I hear a lot of people are like, oh, he deserves it. He deserves to take 8 days off. It's like, bro, please.
Why did you take 8 days off?
It's like if you had played 82 games, yeah, nobody knows why he took that time off.
And it's so crazy at the age he's and he's still playing at such an elite level.
I know,
He
but
doesn't need to really
listen,
take
you
off
either
like
play
that.
or get your ass out of the motherfucking game, because listen, he's been in the game for 20-something years. And now they're trying to say he's the GOAT because of all these numbers. And it's like, yeah, but he's sitting down most of the time. How many games does this man actually play?
That's why you don't really
I'm gonna
care
go
for
take
LeBron.
I'm gonna go take 2 weeks off to 2 weeks off.
What, to go watch his son play?
This
in the
is
G League?
unbelievable. I don't
You
know
want to
what
go watch
he's doing.
Bronny play in G League?
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Hey,
Anyways,
so real quick before we move on, what do you think about the in-season tournament?
I think it's garbage. I think they need to stop with the BS. I get it though. They were trying to get creative, right? They're trying to get. So I want to give Adam Silver a little credit there. But listen, Adam Silver, you can take credit for my suggestion, but let's put a limit on the threes. Let's take the officials out the game. Let's make it more physical. Okay, let's do these things because that will save the NBA. The NBA nowadays, the way that it is with this load management bull, it will never come back the way it was unless you do these things. And let's get these woke people out of here.
Yeah,
Because the woke people are really messing it up. All right? These elitist attitudes are really what's messing up the NBA. Go ahead.
I definitely, yeah, they definitely do some of them damn threes,
Yep.
man. That just is just too much.
20 a
man.
game.
Man.
Really, they need to say 15. Because then, Steph Curry is the only person that's shooting the threes instead of you got, 5 people. Sorry, you got Draymond Green trying to hit a 3.
Oh my God, they all think they Caitlin Clark. That's what it is. They all
Yeah.
think they Caitlin. All right, so moving on real quick on our last subject, man. Let's talk
Okay.
about these drones real quick.
All right,
That's
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
all kinds of conspiracy theories about these drones. We saw a TikTok video saying drones can't are coming out of the ocean. They had some
Yeah.
drones coming out of the ocean. I'm not saying that's true or not, but then we heard that some of these drones are operated,
Mhm.
so that they're the size of an SUV. But then the drones coming out of the ocean that they showed on that clip, those are regular like consumer drones or whatever, right? So I'm gonna read this from CNN. So it's saying what we know about the mysterious drone sightings. Uh, so they say the mysterious flying objects overhead, concern and conclusions, and calls for military intervention. This isn't the plot of War of the Worlds, but rather the result of numerous possible drone sightings in recent weeks. The flying objects have been spotted over residential neighborhoods, restricted sites, and critical infrastructure. The sightings have put intense pressure on federal agencies to provide more information about the aircraft, as officials have urged, calmed, and emphasized there is no evidence suggesting the sightings pose a security threat. So now, real quick, it says the Biden administration has not identified anything anomalous or any national security or public safety risk over the civilian airspace in New Jersey or other states in the Northeast. White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby told reporters on Monday. So, your thoughts, conspiracies, comments, concerns on the drones?
There's no conspiracies here.
Mhm.
People need to go and do the research, and I kind of have done the research.
Okay.
We have to stop laughing at these things and start actually looking into these things. When the Pentagon is holding hearings about UAPs, UFOs, whatever you want to call them, they're signaling to us, hey, this is real. Okay? Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. And they're doing it slowly. It's been a slow drip, but they're slowly trying to tell us, these things exist. And I'm talking about UFOs. I'm talking about UAPs. These things exist, and we have to start taking it serious. All right? Now, I've been doing some of the research. I've been hearing about the Bob Lazard and some of this other stuff. I've been listening to some of the podcasts. And when I look into it, a lot of it sounds very credible. When you have high-ranking officials and military personnel talking about these things, it's no longer a laughingstock to say that these things are real. And so, there's technology out there that isn't human-made. As crazy as that sounds, and if you laughed just now, you need to actually go check this stuff out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going down the rabbit hole a little bit here, but at the same time, there's a 60 Minutes interview with military people saying that, I saw something off the coast of San Diego in 2004. This was like nothing we've ever seen before. The way that this object is able to move around is not something that we've created before in history with our own technology. Okay? And so I think people need to start looking into it. And I think that they're finally trying to tell us the truth, that there is something out there. I don't know what it is. People may call it aliens. People may call it this or that. But we have to be honest about where we're at here. Okay? There's obviously something going on. So I don't know what you think.
So you believe that there are
I didn't say
aliens?
that. No, I didn't say
You
that.
didn't say that?
I didn't say that.
So
There's something
who
out
do you-
there, though.
Who do you think that manning or operating or manning these drones? Do you think it's
that's
China?
the big question. No, it's not no
Or
China.
You think
No.
You think this is something that our government is doing, but they're trying to
If it
act
was-
like they don't know, or
If it was China, if it was Iran, we would have already shot it down. You
Shut
saw
it
how
down,
quickly we shot down the balloon. Remember the Chinese balloon?
yeah, I remember the balloon. yeah.
Okay, so if it was something like that, we would have shot it down. Okay?
You know what I think?
This is not human made.
Oh, you don't think it is?
That's
my take is I think it's our own government. Really.
Listen, y'all need to do the research. Y'all need to do the research.
I think it's our government.
Go ahead.
I think Homeland Security knows exactly what's
Okay.
going on.
Yes, they do.
Because why would you be the government and you don't know nothing? That's stupid. That's pointless.
Yeah.
Then you're not doing your job. I think they know. I think it's the government doing something.
Okay.
But they're not at privy to say what's going on. And one thing is only in the Northeast. I haven't seen, and we're Southeast, so I haven't seen anything or even heard anything coming this far down.
No, there has. There's been sightings everywhere.
But I haven't heard anything but like over in South Carolina.
There was just one in Georgia.
Oh, in Georgia?
Yeah. In Atlanta. They saw something. There's stuff in California.
Oh, yeah.
There's stuff in Texas. I mean, I'm just now doing the research. I'll be honest. I'm one of the people who used to laugh all the time, but now it's undeniable. I mean, when you have regular people, government people, military people, high-ranking military people, people who are in the Pentagon, people who are doing all these things, coming out and trying to shake you subtly, saying, hey, there's something going on out there. We don't know what it is, but there's something happening.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell us straight up that there is
something going on.
I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say it's UFOs until it's been confirmed. But do your research.
I just think that it's the government. I think that they know what's going on. It's them, because remember what I read also is flying over restricted areas as well.
Yeah.
So your regular consumer drone won't even, unless you have a pilot
No, it's
license.
not a consumer drone.
No. I'm saying if you had a regular consumer drone, unless if you had over a restricted government area, it ain't going to fly regardless. Now, airport wise, if you had a pilot license, you call ahead to the town, let them know you'll be flying the area. That's why I think this is government.
Remember,
I think they're spying. They're using us to spy on us, everyday people.
Please.
Yes, man. I think that's what's going on. I think they're using us to know what's going on with everyday people.
They don't care about us.
No, I think so, man. Think about it. You got cameras everywhere that they can control, like in the street lights, all camera everywhere. But there's certain blind spots. When you got drones flying around, you can see in the private person's yard. I think they say one flew over what is Trump's golf course or something like that. So then you all right.
They're spying on Trump.
Hit Florida. They're going everywhere, man. They're spying. The catch. I don't know what's the use. I would like to think, my theory, you still got sex trafficking going on. Okay. You got the mass shooting and what happened in Wisconsin, right?
Okay.
And then you have, remember the guy, the attempt on Trump, and then they caught the guy in the bushes. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm thinking it's what do you always say? Big Brother's always watching. I think that's just another form of watching the American people.
What do you think about aliens?
I don't think anything about aliens.
You don't think aliens are real, or
nah?
Is there any possibility?
If aliens are real, I think they're already here walking among us. Okay, pretty much.
All right.
My theory. I heard this comedian say, and I'm saying,
go ahead.
She said that I kind of agree. I said, maybe the white people are the aliens. Think about it. This is what she said. She said, "Listen."
There goes our white audience right there.
She said, "Well, like they listen to a thing called the Black Summit." Really,
we got some white people.
But
white people, comment down below.
Listen, this is what the comedian said. She said, if you think about it, everything needs the sun to regenerate, to live, survive, right? But she said, all of us need the sun, but the sun kills them.
Oh my
gosh. Can't, which is true. They get skin cancer from being in the sun.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it right. That's just something I heard. I'm gonna find that comedian too. Matter of fact, she is part of the LGBTQ and she's a black woman.
All right.
And she made that comment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Hispanics, could be black, could be white. Could be Asian,
it has nothing to do with race.
Walking around. I'm saying aliens.
Okay.
They could already be here among us in a human form. But I don't believe in aliens, me personally. I just don't.
He's going to have to believe it when he sees it.
I think there's a reason for everything
there is technology that's not made by us. So we got to figure that out.
You got proof of that?
Oh, you got to look into it, man.
You talking about at Area 51?
Oh, yeah. Listen to Bob. You need to look up Bob Lazar. I've been going on a deep dive on all of this stuff, man. I've been looking at some of the documentaries. There's a really well made one.
So let me ask
One
you
of my
this:
friends put
if
me
there
on.
is aliens and you yourself you believe in the Most High, you believe in God. So do you think God created them too?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I do know that if you read some passages in the Bible, it almost talks about aliens as well.
What passage is that?
Well, if you listen to like Ezekiel, and he's talking about this thing that he saw that came down from the heavens, and it almost describes in a way almost a UFO in a way. And so listen, you got to do a deep dive. I've been looking into a lot of this stuff, and so I don't know what it all means, you know. I don't believe. I just think it's interesting to think about, but I also think it's interesting that a lot of people are coming out and talking about it now and being open about it, because it used to be the laughing stock, you know.
Nah, I think
So-
people are still like the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot and stuff like that. I think people are definitely still into things like this.
Okay.
And definitely with aliens and whatnot. But it's funny when you said the Bible, like we have you ever read the Ethiopian Bible with 88 books? That books that they took out, right?
Oh yeah, the
And,
Book of Enoch.
The Book of Enoch, exactly.
took it out.
So yeah, not only that, the Book of Jubilee, the Book of Maccabees, the Book of Ruth. You know, so well, no, I think
certain
Ruth's
books.
still in there, but it's
Ruth is in the Bible.
Ruth's in the regular
yeah.
Bible, but no, the Book of who's the guy who hung himself? Judas Iscariot.
Okay.
He had a book too. So there's
okay.
there's 88 books in the Bible. So
How did he
had
get a
definitely
book? I thought he
in.
killed himself.
Who knows? Maybe he wrote something beforehand, or maybe someone wrote an account
Okay.
on his behalf. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I mean, hey, I don't know. Some people believe the Bible, some people don't.
All right,
You know what I
30
mean? So,
seconds. What do you think of Jay-Z? His
he's a rapper.
what do you think of his indictments? I mean, not his indictments, but his accusations.
The accusation.
That he was in with Diddy.
They proven it to be debunked, man. Like this, they say
Okay.
this lawyer Busby.
You don't think he has
for, like,
anything to do with any of that stuff?
with
Jay-Z. He
with
wasn't
Diddy?
around. Even though Diddy's
no, I'm pretty
Diddy,
sure he probably been. I'm sure he been to some Diddy parties.
Yeah.
Put it like this, right?
Diddy said he's the only one that can call me Sean. I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
Could they both name Sean? Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Sean Combs, Sean Carter.
All right.
But no, I think he been to some Jay-Z parties. I mean, some Diddy parties. What
right.
he's seen, I don't know. That's out of the say to be seen. I think if anything happened with Jay-Z, it'd be by his own volition. It'd be something that he on his own. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with necessarily with Diddy. That's just my 2 cents on it. But definitely that lawsuit allegation that's becoming to be debunked, because now the girl came out and said that
There's a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah, she has some inconsistencies,
story.
and I think she is. I don't know, quote me if I'm wrong. Is she on the spectrum or something happened?
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, I'm just saying. You know, they're gonna look at all these allegations. But yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies in this, and then this lawyer is known for money grab. So
I'm just gonna wait until everything comes out. Eventually, it'll all be brought to life.
because you want him to be guilty.
What did you? No, I don't. Listen, you know, he was around for a lot of that stuff.
Because you want him to be guilty.
No, I don't want him to be guilty.
I don't know.
I don't want to
I'm just
see
saying
another
allegedly.
black celebrity go down.
But you've
don't
been
say
saying
that.
you've been calling this out for the longest.
Because I've been listening
said,
to what
look,
people have been saying. People
can't
have been saying this
like
thing.
you just said earlier. Do your own research. Do your deep dive. Don't listen to what people just be saying.
I have though. Me listening to what people have been saying would be me listening and saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing that he didn't do anything wrong."
But come on, man.
It's
Jaguar Wright wasn't accredited for what she was saying, and that's one of the people that I heard you quote.
But she
on
was
a
one of the
previous
main.
podcast.
But she's one of the main people who said the stuff about Diddy, and it came out to be true.
Yeah, she did say that stuff about Diddy.
Okay.
But she's been saying stuff about Beyonce. She said stuff about G. She said
Okay.
stuff about a lot of people in the industry. Now, everything can't be true.
All I'm
what
saying,
she's saying,
I don't want to
so.
see him go down, but I do. If he did anything, I want to see him brought to justice for sure.
But that's
If.
anybody. That's anybody.
It's an if.
But I don't know. It's
Same thing with Drake. If Drake did anything,
Oh my God,
the
what?
things I want to see him be brought to justice.
I think you
It
would
does
be the
not
first
matter.
one to take up money for Drake if
All right.
something happened to Drake. I think so.
By the way, they squashed their beef.
Kendrick and Drake.
Kendrick and Lil Wayne squashed their beef. Did you see that?
Yeah, but I don't think they really had a beef.
Yes,
I think
they
it was
did.
just a misunderstanding.
And the truth
I think
is
it's a
that Kendrick didn't want that smoke. He didn't want that smoke, so he said, "Okay,
I think it was
oh
just
my
a
goodness, Lil Wayne's
misunderstanding.
coming after me, so now I got to chill out."
I think
It's
it
like,
was a
yeah,
misunderstanding,
because you know you don't want it.
But the one thing is, at least they
Lil Wayne
understand,
was about to come in and take you out.
They understand rap beef and don't turn into a legal thing.
Kendrick
with
didn't
suing
want
people,
that
you know what I'm
smoke.
saying? When you rap beefing with somebody, you don't go sue them when you lose or petition to sue.
Kendrick didn't want to
the
see
company
Lil Wayne.
when you lose. You know what I'm saying?
He
That's
said,
just-
"Oh, Lil Wayne went and made a diss track. Uh-oh."
That's how you know Drake is not like us.
He said,
it's a rap beef.
I gotta squash
It's
this."
a rap beef.
He said, "Lil Wayne went out and
Yeah,
did
it's
a
a
diss
rap
track on me. I better squash
This
this
is a rap.
because he didn't want that smoke. Y'all know it."
So you think Jay-Z don't want that smoke?
I don't know what's gonna happen with Jay-Z.
I think nothing gonna happen with this one here.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna get thrown out, man.
All
he
I
has
know-
a suit against that lawyer. I think he got some stuff going against that lawyer.
All I know is he has billions and billions of dollars, so he's gonna have the best,
Oh yeah, of course.
team.
And from,
of lawyers.
From what I heard, they say what
So-
this lawyers do, and not just this one. If it's a high-profile person with allegation, then they will petition you and they say, "Look, we got this suit against you," and they try to get you to settle so you can just pay out some money and not even go to court. But I guess some people getting fed up and say, "Look here, man, we're not gonna do that this time," because Michael Jackson even paid out at first, and after that he started fighting. He said, "No, you know what? I ain't going through this no more. We going to court behind this stuff." So sometimes you got to stand up for yourself because, people see you as a lick, as a street terminology you don't know about. A lick or a mark or a target. I know you a square, so you don't know nothing about that.
What you doing for Christmas?
Nothing. I'm just going to eat, chill with the fam, and you know what I'm saying? That's really about it.
Do you do Hanukkah or what do you do?
Festival of Lights?
Or do you guys like celebrate
Hanukkah?
Christmas? Yeah, what do you guys
We
do?
just chill with family.
Oh, okay.
And family, and then it's just definitely for me, but even for my family, it's just about family coming together, being together, spending time. Of course, people want gifts, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Definitely.
Yep.
But we only got one little kid right now in the family. I mean, even though my son is a teenager, but he's the youngest. You know what I'm saying? My little nephew is only like 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
So
So everybody's gonna get him gifts.
Yeah. Everybody.
Do you
we all give each other gifts too.
Do you give gifts to like your siblings and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you get them? You get them like, Birkin bags for your sisters.
Birkin bag.
What do you?
Shit, I wish. Shit, you mean more like a Bath and Body gift cards and stuff like that. That's what you mean. Let's just keep it real, keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A Birkin bag. You get gifts for your siblings?
I used to. We used to have like Secret Santa.
Y'all put up trees and all kinds of stuff like that?
Yeah, back in the day, we used to do all that stuff.
When I was a little kid, because I wanted toys, but now as we don't put up trees, no type of Christmas decorations, no stuff like that.
Well, we used to have like the Secret Santa because there were so many of us, so
it's a secret who bought you a gift. Why would y'all do that?
No, so what you do, you learn at the end who bought it for you.
Of course.
So you have the hat. You never done Secret Santa?
People,
you have
I know,
the hat.
I only
and
hear
you
about
draw
stuff
out
like
a
that
name.
on people on their job.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
y'all did.
We had so many people in the family, so it's like
you go broke trying to buy everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So you just buy one person a gift, and so you would pull it out. Of course, when the kids were kids, when I was a kid, I would get gifts from everybody, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, like you just pull out their name, and then we used to do that. We don't do that anymore.
So
but
y'all don't exchange no gifts now.
Now we some of us buy gifts, mainly for the kids. I don't really buy gifts for everybody. So
it's too much people.
Too many people.
And then you probably won't even see most of them anyway, right?
Huh?
You probably won't see most of them.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're so spread out, so we can't really see each other.
So you bought some.
But when we were all together, that's when we used to do the Secret Santa.
So you bought some stuff for your nephews? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to buy stuff for my nephews. I'm a late shopper.
Yeah, I get that.
It's going to take me a while to get to the store.
You buying stuff for your mom?
Yeah, I'm going to buy my mom. I'm going to buy her something. I always buy everybody something, but I always it's probably a gift card. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't go too crazy.
That's the best.
I'm not one of those people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this, and that, and
Yeah, I'll be glad when it's over. Oh my god.
Plus, we get a pass because we're men. so we could just be like, well, I'm a man.
I just be glad when it's over.
I'm
Man,
just kidding.
It's so
Yeah.
for consumer and retail. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
man,
know.
It's
For
it's,
sure.
it's just a money grab. That's all it is.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
all it
It's
is.
the truth be told, it's a pagan holiday, so it really has nothing to do with Yeshua or Jesus, as you so called put it. I know
Santa Claus.
Some people I know, right? I know some people are gonna get offended by the comment. But even if you are a true devout Christian, read your Bible. You know.
Yeah.
It really has. It's just a money grab. That's pretty much all it is. But there's nothing wrong with I guess giving gifts and being with loved ones if you can, or you don't have to give anything. Just
All
being with loved ones.
holidays. All holidays are just an excuse to get together with the people you love.
Pretty much.
That's all it's about.
Yeah, that's all. That's that, and that's what it should be about for the most part.
Yep.
That's communing together and coming together as one, and
100.
what they say, loving on one another.
100.
So before we go, let me say, you getting me something? You get me a gift?
I got you. No.
Dang,
I was
he
gonna
ain't get
think
me
of
nothing.
something crazy to say.
Dang, he ain't get me nothing. I got you something.
What'd you get for
I
me?
got you. I can't tell you.
A knuckle sandwich.
Same thing I got you last
That's
year. Nice.
Nothing. All right, yo. Well, that's the Black Summit.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Brooks.
And I'm Hendrix, and thank you for joining with us. And we wish you guys happy holidays, season greetings, Feliz Navidad, and all that good stuff.
Happy holidays.
All
Merry
right, y'all.
Christmas.
Peace.
See you next year.